Vayishma Yisro Kohen Midyan. Yisro heard about the wonders that Hashem wrought for the Jewish nation. Rashi explains what is it that actually moved Yisro to come. He heard about Milchamas Amalek and Kriyas Yamsuf. He heard about the fact that Amalek attacked and the Jewish nation was successful winning against them, and he heard about the miracles of the splitting of the Yam. Interestingly, no sooner did Yisro show up in the camp of the Bnei Yisrael than Moshe sits down with him, and Moshe begins telling him over the events that occurred. And Rashi there comments, what is it that Moshe then told over to Yisro? Milchamas Amalek, the war of Amalek, and Kriyas Yamsuf, and the splitting of the sea. Now Rashi sounds very difficult to understand. If Yisro was in the height of his glory, and he left that to join the Jewish people because he heard about these miracles, he heard about Amalek, and he heard about Yamsuf, obviously he got the message. Why then would Moshe tell those very events, those very stories a second time? That's why he came. That part he heard. Tell him other facts, other things that he doesn't know. And I believe the answer to this question is a principle that Rabbi Yisrael Salanta would often describe. Rabbi Yisrael Salanta often would say that the greatest distance in the universe is the distance between the head and the heart. Knowing something intellectually, knowing something as a cognitive understanding doesn't mean that emotionally you feel it. And even though it's true that Yisro left his homeland because of these miracles, there was way more in terms of understanding the power of Hashem, the glory of Hashem, and what Hashem manifested and showed to the Jewish nation at the splitting of the Yam. Yisro came to be Megayer, he came to become a Jew, but Moshe wanted to add much more to his understanding, add much more depth to the emotions, because knowing about the Yam Suf and hearing the details are very different. Moshe brought Yisro into the Yam to show him the details, to show him what happened, so he could feel it, because at the end of the day, knowing things and feeling them are very different. There are 19 mitzvahs that surround Yetzias Mitzrayim. We have Shema, we have Tzitzit, we have Mezuzah, Kiddush Friday night, the Zeichel Yetzias Mitzrayim. And the Ramban explains why, because central to everything we do is the knowledge that Hashem created, maintains, and orchestrates physicality. But that can't be a cognitive thought. It has to be something we emotionally feel. We have 8 days of Pesach to re-inculcate it. We have all of the mitzvahs that help us feel it, but the goal is to know Hashem, to feel it, to remember it, but not as a distant concept, as something that's vivid, that's real, something that affects our emotions, something that we know in our hearts.